Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps out the channel. And if you're watching live with me on Twitch, thank you so much for being here. We're moving on to Zoroark Lucario. We just finished doing Zoroark Elizabeth. We had a very intense and long drawn-out game against Hoopa, Regigigas, Mill deck, which was very annoying to play against, honestly. But Oranguru was just the MVP and it carried us through the whole game. Without Oranguru, it would have been a sure loss, I would imagine. But yeah. Now we're up for Zoroark Lucario. Let me just get back to a few of the questions. We were talking about declumping, and I was saying that declumping is completely useless. I used to do it and I've now completely stopped doing it, or tried to. Sometimes I'll do it because of the psychological factor of seeing two TCs together or something like that, but I always make sure that I shuffle properly. And yeah, like I know a lot of people do it, but essentially if you're declumping, either you're cheating or you are wasting time, maybe. Like there's no reason to do it, because you need to shuffle properly after you make a deck search. And therefore, the declumping doesn't matter whatsoever. So yeah. Entonces sí, Max Rock, no estoy diciendo que esté haciendo trampa, ni mucho menos, por supuesto. Pero es algo que si revuelves bien después de hacerlo, lo hace prácticamente inútil. Y si no revuelves bien, estás acomodándote el deck y por lo tanto eso es hacer trampa. Hello Alan, thank you so much for being here. And... okay, there's a big question in Spanish. I'll answer that in a second. Robin Hood, what are your thoughts on Argentina Sylvan? I think it's pretty good. I actually got top 16 at a regional with it a few weeks ago. But I think it's easy to take against, and it doesn't have the greatest puzzle like a rock matchup. It's very even, maybe unfavorable. But it's a cool deck to play. It's definitely very thought-provoking. But anyways, guys, now we're focusing on Zoroark Lucario. Zoroark GX, once again, 210 HP, ability trade, discard a card and draw 2. Righteous Beating, 20 damage for each Pokemon you have in play. And Trickster GX is not relevant. Fighting weakness, which means that it's weak to Lucario GX. Lucario GX, 210 HP. Just like Elizabeth, it deals 30 damage, and if you go through a certain condition, you get 90 more. Therefore, you deal up to 120 damage, but then you have strong energy to deal 140, and with a choice band, you're actually one-hit killing Tapu Leles. The condition is you need to evolve Lucario into Riolu during this turn to get the extra damage, but that's usually very easy to achieve. Cyclone Kick dealing 130 damage. If you manage to power that up, your opponent gave you quite a few free turns, so you should be good to go to one KO anything, because all we have is strong energy in the deck. And then Cantankerous Beatdown GX means, thank you, Zerpendage. Cantankerous GX means anytime they attack Lucario, it has to be for very little damage, or they're just gonna get knocked out right back. Psychic weakness is not ideal because everyone's playing either Mew or Mewtwo or both. Mew is the scarier Pokemon for sure. And then we have a single Regirock to help Lucario get to 180 damage, which can be relevant against things like Tapu Bulu. We have double Mew EX to deal with the fighting types and possibly for the mirror match. And triple Tapu Lele for support and setup. Supporters wise, we have triple Bridget, triple Cynthia, triple Guzma, triple N. I was actually thinking 2 Cynthia might be better, and 4 Guzma, because Guzma is so clutch. Oh, and we also have the non-GX Lucario as a way to deal with Hoopa, annoying Hoopa decks, and Regigigas as well. 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Puzzle of Time, standard staples in Zoroark, double Field Blower, double Evo Soda, double Parallel City, all good cards in Zoroark decks, and then triple Choice Band for the Lucario combo, and double Floatstone to make sure that we have retreats into Mews. 4 strong and 4 DCs. This means we are super weak. A single Circuitry auto wins this deck, but no one's playing Circuitry GX anyways. So let's jump into a ladder and play a couple of matches with this deck, and we'll see how it goes. And now let me go back to the chat to answer a couple of the questions. Heraklinos, ¿Tienes otra pregunta? En cuanto a revisión de deck y saber qué premios tenemos, cuando jugamos en el Pokémon Online, el juego ordena las cartas. Tu consulta es, cuando revisas por primera vez el deck, ¿cómo aconsejas hacer la nota mental de tengo X cartas en los premios? Ok, lo que sí se entiende la pregunta, lo que yo hago normalmente es checo las energías y checo los Pokémon, que es como lo más fácil de acordarte, especialmente si juegas 4 Zoruas, 4 Zoroarks. Las energías siempre es muy fácil checarlas. Y también checo si hay algo importante como solo juego una Malo o solo juego una Floatstone, cosas así. Lo que tengo uno de, que es fácil detectarlo rápido si no está. Eso es lo que intento checar. Y ya en las siguientes búsquedas ya checo cuántos Guzmas, cuántos Ns, Sycamore, Bridget, etc. Pero por lo general hago energías, Pokémon, los individuales de los trainers y luego los trainers en general. And so that question, guys, was how do I check prizes? What do I prioritize? Because it's very different doing it online than doing it in real life. Ooh, that turn one in our hand was actually pretty decent. And the answer was I usually check first for energy, then I check for... Ooh, what a hand. I usually check for energy, then I check the Pokemon, and then I'll check like one of supporters and stuff. It varies per game, but depending the deck I'm playing. But that's usually what I check for first. I just count the energy total, and then I'll check for... Ooh, nice top deck. I'll check for... Yeah. I'll check for... should I bench the Riolu to bait the GX onto it? It's probably not gonna go onto it, but that's fine. And then I feel like I should bench the Mew. I feel like I should ult roll for Mew here to threaten the Espion. No, I'll pass for now. My opponent doesn't have Psychic Energy yet. So yeah, that's the order I usually go in. Energy, then Pokemon, then one of trainers, and then trainers in general. That's usually how I go about it. About checking my prize cards. It's not an exact science, but that's usually how I go about it. And Serpanish, do I think it's worth playing a Kukui in this deck? I do think so. It allows you to get for 200 or 190. This is just a modification of the list that got top 4 in Portland, but yeah, all the damage modifiers are actually really good and really helpful for Lucario, of course. Including multiple Regirock, honestly. Including multiple Regirock. Okay, there's a Psychic. There is the Psychic. Decides to go after the active, which is probably the worst play. Because, well, I guess it doesn't technically matter. And then decides to put 4 in another Zorua. That's fine. That is fine by me. Okay, so we're gonna promote... If I promote this Zorua, I need Floatstone Mew TCE. No, I need Floatstone Mew Zoroark TCE, but I can get one of those. I mean, how much damage? Psychic deals 120 minus 20, that's 100. Yeah, I actually gain a lot more by attacking with a non-damage Zorua. Okay, so the Bridget is actually gonna get discarded here. Definitely gonna get discarded. So we do have double Mews. There's no Garbotox in play. We do have the 2 Floatstones, but we have 2 DCE prize. That's actually so bad. That is actually really, really bad here. Okay. It's really, really not ideal, isn't it? Okay. So we get a decent-ish hand. Probably not gonna be able to get the knockout this turn. With 2 DCs prized, it just Just not gonna happen, I don't think. Now all of all these are about to protect it. And then let's trade the Cynthia. The Malo is pretty key here. And then, oh, if I had promoted Lucario. Okay, so we did head up DC, which is pretty cool, honestly. I don't mind 2-hit KOing this Espion now. I really don't want to trade again. Really don't. I don't want to lose any of these cards. Maybe I could have traded this strong though. Maybe I could have traded this strong, I guess. Okay. Prowl CD is annoying for sure. Even more reason to find our Field Blower. Even more reason to find our Field Blower. There's a Floatstone, so getting ready for the Carbotoxin. There's Lele for Cynthia or Sycamore, I would imagine. Discarded Choice Band and Bridget. If you're my opponent, would you choose to confuse? And like deal 10 damage and confuse? No, you definitely go for Psychic here, right? Having the double puzzle is actually pretty cool. Because I can retreat and get the TC back. And I guess I do need... I mean, nothing threatens me, honestly. I guess another Espion does threaten me. But we have a total of 2 item cards so far. Well, now 3 because of the Field Blower. The Choice Band is actually very relevant. But if my opponent didn't get Carbotoxin, then the Mallow is gonna be huge here. Mallow is actually going to be huge because we can just get another Choice Band to make sure that we have knockout. We can protect the Zoroark as well, which is great. Oh, okay, my opponent does commit the Ultra Wall. Discarding Floatstone and Energy. Fair enough. B-Chat, first time seeing the stream live, long time follower. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And Serpentage, 3 item cards so far. 3 item cards so far. Okay, so my opponent has pretty much a perfect setup right now. Ooh, but chooses to retreat, interestingly enough. He wasn't comfortable enough with the protection from Carbotoxin. Huh. That was an interesting decision, honestly. I don't want to deal with RNG flips. I mean, I can afford it though. I can afford to deal with RNG, honestly, at this point. Yeah, I think that's better than... I think that's better. Okay, if I do this, maybe I could just eliminate Carbotoxin, which would probably be a game-winning move. I'll attach the energy, no reason not to, and then Righteous Beating flips tails, as expected. But that's fine. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, B-Chad. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the support. And guys, by the way, did you know there are hoodies now? There are Tablemon hoodies. There are Tablemon hoodies now available. I hope to have mine when I get to Brazil. I'll show it off for everyone to see. They're really cool, I think. Okay, so we see our TC for Espion. Man, if I had flipped heads. Okay, so my opponent either top deck the DC or top deck the Cynthia, both of which are pretty broken, honestly. We see a Taurus. Taurus doesn't scare me because I have the Lucario. We see a Psychic for 100 damage. That's definitely Sanders' winning list. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna Field Blower away these two cards. That's the 4th item. Now I know I have a Kuzma coming, so I'll trade the Ultra Ball. That's the 5th item, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I don't mind trading the end. That's actually a really good card to get. And there's a DC and there's a Kuzma actually, or even the Mew. Like I can just retreat and knock out with Mew. Do I want to trade again? I mean, now I know I have unlimited trades, I guess. So our 6 prizes will probably be the 2 Garbs, 1 Espion, or 2 Espions, or 1 Espion and 1 Taurus. Yeah, I mean, I might just bench the Mew. I might need to. Like, I need an extra basic, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna go after that guy. I'll bench the Mew. If he knocks it out, then so be it. That means our Zoroarks are fine, which is good enough for me. So Righteous Beating, we don't have to worry about any more ability lock, which is great. And then we have exactly double puzzle to deal with a fresh Espion, or we can just retreat and Lucario the Taurus, which is fine. And hello Zinichi, I'm doing well. How about yourself? I'm doing pretty well, thank you. How about yourself? Am I seeing you in Brazil? I assume I am. I assume you'll be in Brazil. Yeah, thank you. Hey Paulo Ojun, can you play Espion Garb after? I very recently played Espion Garbiter for the channel. Yeah, that Lele is probably gonna be for Kuzma. Yeah, there's the Kuzma. I very recently played Espion Garb on the live stream, and therefore the videos on the channel already. It might have even been last week. So I can send you the link. Yeah, I'm really hyped for Brazil, I see too. I'm just not exactly sure what I want to play at it. Oh, he actually decided to knock out the Zoroark. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so I'll knock out with Mew. And then end him. I shall knock out with Mew. Well, I do need another basic though. I mean, I'm bound to get one, I would assume, off of the end. I can also get a choice band. Now, that is quite a few item cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about Brazil as well. I don't feel ready for it, but I'm very excited to go back to competing for sure. Okay, so there's a Riolu. I don't think I need to play Pearl City. I don't want him discarding that Espion. That could be my last prize card. Okay, that's an interesting hand. I can definitely trade away a Strong. So he loses the Espion, and then I lose the Mew. And then hopefully N seals the deal for us. Hopefully. Yeah, so Righteous Beating for 200 damage exactly. Now he's forced to find a Psychic Energy for Trash Avalanche, and then ooh, there's double disease, and then we are forced to fill up our bench or attack with Lucario. That's also an option. Oh, a very risky one. Oh wow, and my opponent actually chooses to attack with Espion. That's interesting. There's a Trubbish, there's a Cynthia. Why would you choose Espion instead of Garbiter? That makes things a lot simpler for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, it's gonna come down to Kuzma energy for my opponent to win, but that's fine. That's a risk I'm willing to take at this point. That's definitely a risk I'm willing to take at this point. And okay. So 4 Ojan lol. Ojan. There's the video that I was talking about. Okay. So Zoroark should have no issue taking this knockout. There's a Lele which I was gonna use for anyways to search for the N. So we end my opponent down to 1 card. He's gonna need Kuzma Psychic because just the Psychic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is not enough, right? It's definitely not enough. And then we get to attach energy here as well, and then I'll just end. And after the end, we're looking for Lucarios. We're looking for Kuzma potentially. Field Blower, not too useful. We can trade away the Bridget, which is cool. And yeah, perfect top deck for sure. Perfect top deck. But we were gonna try and trade for it anyways. And then I can probably trade the DC. I already have the Lele for a Kuzma. My last Kuzma, which we did see just now. And then Righteous Beating is enough. And now, does my opponent have the perfect 2 cards like my opponent in the previous game, like with Zoroark against Guardy had? The perfect Kuzma Choice Band Fairy TCE. Does my opponent have Kuzma Psychic off of 2 cards? Otherwise, nothing survives a hit from Lucario. Nothing that my opponent has survives a hit from Lucario. So there's that Taurus indicates either he has Kuzma or not. Yeah, my opponent just passes. So we're just gonna send that poor Taurus back into oblivion here by dealing 400-ish, 440 damage Cyclone Kick. Kuzma DCE, how did Kuzma DCE? Oh yeah, Kuzma DCE, fair enough. Yep, I did. I forgot about that. I just wanted to deal so much damage. How is Lucario my MVP, guys? How is Lucario the MVP? Lucario is definitely not the MVP. Yeah, second strong was a tiny bit risky, I agree. It was a non-necessary risk, right? It just increased the odds of my opponent winning. And it definitely did not increase my odds of winning. Okay, so let's do one more game of Zoroark Lucario. Second strong was indeed a bit risky. That's my bad. I got overconfident. Okay. So we lose the coin flip, we're going second. That's fine. Hopefully Lucario gets some units here. Other than just dealing a bajillion damage for the final attack. We'll start Riolu, that's fine. We'll have to see what we're up against. And then that's it. Oh, very nice start for my opponent. Just natural Bridget from hand. Natural Bridget from hand, and then we had such a good hand before the end, and now we have such a good hand. And once again, we are beat to the parallel CD. Once again, we are beat to the parallel CD. At least give us a strong. Okay, the strong is nice. The strong gives me a knockout on that Zorua. And then if we have 2 Zoruas prized. 2 Zoruas prized, 1 Lucario GX prized, 1 Mew prized. 1 Cynthia priced, I'm playing 3, right? And 1 Kuzma priced. Those are, yeah, 1 TCE priced. Okay, so I counted something right. We got a knockout on Zorua, which is decent, and we almost got the Bridget. Max Rock, incluirán las otras rarezas de Lucario GX en Sol Luna 6. Nadie sabe a ciencia cierta, pero yo pensaría que sí. Eso es lo que yo me imagino. It would be beautiful to see my opponent use his GX attack on Riolu. It would honestly be beautiful to watch that. And our prize was Lucario, so we have a really good 2-card hand, honestly. We have a really, really good 2-card hand. There's an Ultra Ball. Here's a Lycanroc. I assume my opponent got the DC, right? Yeah, of course. My opponent got the DC, very nice. Having the Lucario is cool here, even if I don't get to attack. Which I'm hoping I will be able to, but there's a chance I don't. Miss Mylam, I am enjoying Zoroark Lucario for sure. It's been pretty decent so far today. And Alan, when is the next regional? Oh my, the next regional in the United States is in Utah, Salt Lake City on the 5th of May, I believe. Which is standard, and then no, that's expanded. And then the next tournament is Toronto Regionals, which is standard. Okay, so that's a pretty decent hand, honestly. 2-8 KOing the Lycanroc potentially. If he hits us, then we have Cantankerous beatdown as well. Although the math doesn't work out in our favor. But the next big event is Sao Paulo, Brazil. The next big event is Sao Paulo, Brazil. Okay, we see a Mallow. Interesting. So Mallow will get my opponent the Mew EX cards. That's insane. That is insane. Natural Mallow as well. Natural Mallow too. Oh no, never mind. Okay, so my opponent will bring up the Zoroark and knock it out. That's okay, I guess. We're looking for a choice band. That's what I really need here. Or another strong, which I do have, I guess. Okay, ooh, N is really cool here. Okay, I'm just gonna double puzzle here. Gonna double puzzle for the strong and for Zorua or Riolu. I feel like Riolu is a decent call. Like, I'm gonna end my opponent down to 3. Hopefully he can't get the Mew out of that. But if he does, I guess the Riolu is a good call. If he does, I guess the Riolu is a good call. And then with the other strong, I have the knockout on there. And then the N helps a lot. And now I can trade. Maybe not the Bridget though. Probably trade the Mew. Yeah, this Lucario can now potentially just deal with that Lycanroc, which is awesome. I actually think I want to set up. Okay, let's do some maths. 130, 150, 170. So I need a choice band. I have the choice band. I just need the energy. So to get the energy to knock out a potential Lycanroc, I'll likely need access. Oh, my Zoruas are prized. Oh. My Zoruas are prized. So I'll grab the Lele, I guess. But I have 2 Zoruas prized. I forgot about that. I generally forgot about that. And then if he can if he attacks into a Lucario for some reason, we have knockout there. There's a Zorua that I was looking for just now with the Ultra Ball. Completely forgot 2 were prized. Completely forgot 2 were prized. We see a trade. So my opponent starts off with a trade. Promoting the Zoroark means he's gonna try to Guzma, knock out this Zoroark. I mean, the GX doesn't get him knockout though, which is good. He's actively choosing not to attack Lucario though. Oh gosh, Lele. Evil Cannibal, thanks so much for following. There's a Guzma. Yikes. Off of N to 3, my opponent just gets everything. Okay, I am actually glad he took out Zoroark to an extent. Simply because I can evolve this Riolu to protect. Okay, I'll evolve here, and then that means, or this means, that any energy gets me knocked out and my opponent doesn't have... Okay, yeah, all I need here is draw. All I need is draw. So I'm actually gonna grab... No, I'll grab the Riolu. I don't have Sycamore, that's so silly. Yeah, I don't want to bench any non-GX that could easily be picked off by Zoroark. And then I'll just Cynthia here. This should be fine. As long as if I get an energy, this should be fine. I would love to play the Riolu just to thin, but it's just not possible. Okay, I did get the energy, that's fine. So I'm just gonna thin as much as I can. And B-Chat, thank you so much for subscribing with your Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so, so much for the support. Really appreciate it. And hello, Andrew. Thank you so much for being here. We're gonna Cyclone Kick the Lycanroc, and then we don't have game next turn, simply because my opponent can Guzma stall. Oh, never mind. That DC, if my opponent Guzmas, he loses. If he ends, he loses too, I think. Unless he's able to pull off the Mew. Unless he's able to pull off the Mew. Thank you, V-Chat. That's very kind of you. You didn't have to, but I appreciate it. Every time someone subscribes, it really helps a lot. Twitch has been a bit slow in that regard. Very few subscriptions, so it's really, really appreciated. Okay, we see an Ultra Ball. But he did discard a basic. Like, my opponent also needs a big bench. He either needs another basic, he needs a basic, a Mew, a TC, and a Choice Band. And a Floatstone. Or a Guzma to win. So he needs 5 very specific cards. There is a chance that we lose, but it's very specific and very small, I feel. Very specific and very small. There's a Lele. So if it's Lele Guzma to buy a turn, we win because we have the TCE. If it's Lele... Ooh, he's gonna trade. Okay. Ooh, he did have Guzma. My opponent did have Guzma. Thankfully, he didn't have a second Malo. Then we see Lele. Is this version running Max Elixir? No, definitely not. No Zoroark decks, unless he's going for Mewtwo DC band. I mean, it's essentially the same, right? Mew or Mewtwo. I guess Mewtwo required less cards. Wow, he had Choice Bands, he had Puzzles, he had Cynthia and Guru, and there's the victory. Oof. Wow. After that Cynthia into Lycanroc DC and then N2-3 into Lycanroc DC, I got very worried there. But yeah, Zoroark Lucario putting in the work for sure. Putting in the work. So yeah, guys, real ski. I'll show the list once again in case you wanna take a look at it quickly. And then now we're moving on to Lucario Lycanroc, the last deck of the day. But this is the list that we're using, so no basic energy. This just immediately loses to a Zurkitree GX. Funnily enough, you can touch that. But yeah, this will be all for Zoroark Lucario, guys. Sorry, don't go anywhere unless if you're watching YouTube. Don't forget to leave a like; it really helps out the channel. And if you're live here with me on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We still have one more deck to go through. Okay, so thank you guys, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys, welcome to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. Thank you so much for being here. We are live with a brand new deck, Lucario, Lycanroc. Lucario getting a ton of attention. This deck was actually the winner of the Argentinian second special event that took place last weekend, I believe. So yeah, pretty cool combination of Pokemon. It's one card different from what the winner used, maybe two cards actually. It's actually two cards. He had Mewtwo instead of Oricorio, which is a card that you guys aren't seeing down here, yeah. And then that's just an Oricorio. And then the person who won, William, had two Rescue Stretchers. But anyways, we have a 3-3 Lucario GX line. Lucario GX 210 HP. Attack or Strike, we just saw 30 damage plus 90 if you evolve Riolu into Lucario this turn. Cyclone Kick, dealing 130 damage, 4-3 energy. It seems unlikely that we'll get a chance to power up until that point, but it can be possible. And then Cantankerous Beatdown GX, dealing 30 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Then we have a 3-2-1 Lycanroc line, 3 promo Rockruffs, 2 Bloodthirsty Eyes, Lycanroc GXs. Bloodthirsty Eyes a great ability, Claw Slash a great attack, and we do have DCs and Strong Energy for Lycanroc. And we also have Dangerous Rogue GX, dealing 50 damage for every Pokemon on your opponent's bench. So your opponent has to be aware of the damage they deal to Lucario, how many Pokemon they bench, etc. And then we have Lycanroc Dangerous Claws, dealing 30 damage to the active, and if it's a basic, dealing 30 more. An anti-hoop attack, and then corner is also pretty useful as well. 90 and can't retreat, and dealing a ton of damage. Finally, we have one Oricorio. Oricorio Supernatural Dance allows us to place damage counters on the bench, and then Revelation Dance is a great way to counter Mew EX. We have double Regirock for support to add damage to our fighting type Pokemon with Regi Power. A single Buzzwole GX because it's still a pretty good card, and Jet Punch allows you to pressure and set things up for Lucario GX. And then finally we have the 2-2 Octillery and the 1 Tapu Lele for support. There's sort of a resemblance between Tapu Koko GX and Lucario GX. How so, Seal Valley Gaming? How so? Okay, supporters wise we have 4 Sycamore, 3 N, 3 Guzman, 2 Cynthia, so very simple and very straightforward. Triple Brooklet Heal, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Choice Band as well to go with Oricorio and the Mew knockout theme, along with triple Floatstone and the 1 Rescue Stretcher. Now the energy are a mess, but we're not using elixirs, so that's why they're this way. 4 strong, 3 DCs, and 5 basic fighting energy. Could easily be 4 strong, 4 DC, 4 basic fighting, but that's not going to be the case for today. So let's jump into a ladder and see how we do with this brand new deck. Now there's been talk of Zoroark, Lucario Lycanroc, but I had yet to see this Lucario Lycanroc straightforward deck. Okay, so we're up against Polino 18. The second attack dealing 130 for the same energy. Ah, okay, yeah, I guess that is pretty similar. Hello, Joe Bro. You did make it on time this time around. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. We have been streaming for almost 2 hours though. Okay, so we start Riolu. The DCs are also pretty nice in helping with Lucario GX's attack, like on powering it up, which is really cool. And this is a pretty decent hand. We are going second. It's fine, Joe Bro. It's completely fine. Okay. So turn 1 Bridget for Riolus, I mean Zoruas, and then something else that will indicate us what type of Zoroark deck this is, I would imagine. Or maybe it's Cardi. Oh, it's Golizabot. Lurantis, so a deck we were talking about on chat. Andrew Ho, you watched the interview with Omnipoke. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay, so Golisopod means we probably don't want to focus on Lycanroc. I'm gonna end for sure, right? I'm just gonna get another Riolu, I feel. And then I'm gonna attach here. I'm gonna attach this choice band. And I'm gonna end. I could have also, I guess, if I committed to the active, I could have maybe knocked out the Lele, but this is fine, I guess. We have the Floatstone too. So I'll just pass, depending on what my opponent pulls off here. Depending on what my opponent pulls off. There's the GX. So the promo Lurantis are actually gonna be great for that extra damage. But with no Zoroark, the deck might struggle a little bit. Okay, Brooklet heal for the Remoraid, so it is Octillery as well. See an Ultra Ball. This deck is super weak to fire, but there isn't that much fire. Ultra Ball for Lele, so we're definitely gonna see a Kuzma here to take down this Riolu. Protísimo, hoy creo que ya no voy a usar, hoy será este deck el último del día. Ya usamos Zoroark Golisopod y Zoroark Lucario, entonces este será el último deck del día de hoy. You're thinking about building Raichu with Circle Circuit with Lurantis. I feel like that might be too slow. I feel like Pachirisu is definitely the best partner for Raichu. Okay, so Riolu goes down, but if you like from my opponent's bench, he literally doesn't have any attacker ready other than the Golisopod. He did attack with Armor Press, but there's this bug, although it's not true relevant for us. It's still gonna be a 2-hit KO, right? Our strike would be dealing 150, 130 instead of the 150, but that's fine. It's still a 2-hit KO, right? Yeah, no second Wimpod should be fine here. If he gets double Lurantis and Choice Band, he does knock out my Lucario. If he pulls that off, he does knock out my Lucario. I could just Ultra Ball for Lele for Kuzma to finish that up. And Greg was here. I just did updated Zoroark last week. The video is actually scheduled to show up on the channel either tomorrow or Wednesday. I can check for you. Updated Zoroark is coming to the channel on April 11th, so on Wednesday. Or you can check out the videos up here on Twitch, and the last TCG livestream does feature an updated Zoroark if you want to check that out. Okay, so my opponent did use the GX with the double. Oh no, with just one choice band, no Lurantis. Now we have a ridiculously powerful Cantankerous Beatdown. I'm gonna get the Remoraid, and then I'm gonna Ultra Ball away the Regirock. Yeah, the Regirock and the Sycamore. And I'll just grab Lele here. I could grab Lycanroc, bring that up, knock out with Lucario, but the whole point is keeping that Lucario safe. I don't even need to attack with Lele. I could attack with Riolu, honestly. I could even attack with Rockruff's Tackle. But I'm gonna surprise my opponent with a DCE here. And we're gonna energy drive for the knockouts. So even if my opponent had 20 less damage on 130, this TCG would have knocked out. So we didn't take advantage of the bug, we didn't get any advantage out of that. We should be good. Tartarius, in your opinion, do you like Lucario Lycanroc or Lucario with Buzzwole? This is the first time I'm trying this deck out. It looks strong, it looks very interesting. I can see it going the whole way. So Lucario Buzzwole has proven success. This Lucario Lycanroc is pretty decent. Looks very good, but I haven't fully tried it out just yet. Okay. So there's that promo Golisopod that people were talking about. This is from Sun and Moon actually. But Resolute Claws just doesn't deal the damage, honestly. My opponent probably going for Octillery here, as he discarded a Cynthia. Never mind, goes for a Wimpod. Oh, he already played End this turn. Never mind. He already played End this turn. My bad. My bad. Okay. There's another energy and then there's an attack on the Lele. But now we have a few choices. We can either Cantankerous Beatdown to knock out this Lele, or we can try to hit a strong plus Lucario, which could be decent as well. I do have a Lycanroc GX. I'll just get Buzzle here though. Okay, I feel like Cantankerous Beatdown is better here, and then we can just try to finish off that Lele with this Riolu. That seems okay. So I'll do this, and then I'll keep this one in case my opponent has Field Blower. And then I'll retreat, and we're gonna use we're gonna deal so much damage here. And we have M Protection with Octillery. 630 damage. 630 damage. What is your favorite deck at the moment? Ooh, I feel like Zoroark Lycanroc is probably my favorite deck in terms of its versatility, and you guys can see that video tomorrow on the channel. I'm also kind of liking Cardi, and this deck seems appealing. It's hard to pick one, honestly. But thank you, Moko. I'm glad you are enjoying the stream. I'm definitely enjoying hanging out with you guys today as well. Okay, so that was a pretty straightforward game. That 10 my opponent whiffed on the Lucario was pretty big, honestly. Yeah. Let's search for another opponent. I like having the versatility of Lucario and its strength with one energy, and then also having the DCs for Lycanroc. Nothing like old reliable Greninja though, right? Yeah. Good old reliable Greninja. That deck is always appealing, I guess. Gumi Gamer, am I planning on testing any expanded in a later stream? Okay, so my next big tournament is Brazil, right? I know there's an expanded regional happening this weekend. But I'm not gonna be testing for that. Like, I might do expanded because I'm running out of decks to do in standard, so I might do expanded. But right now I'm gonna try to update all of the standard decks, and then I will probably do expanded in the week between Brazil and Utah. But before that, I don't see myself doing expanded. Like maybe I'll dedicate a day or two to expanded between now and Brazil, but more than that, I don't think so. Just wanted to say, Pablo, the background music and your mic are much better and nice to yours and concentration levels. I'm glad. I'm glad we found the happy balance for that. Okay, My opponent attaches energy to Lucario. That's fine because we're not using expanded internationals. I don't doubt they will make like one expanded international eventually, but it's not looking like it'll happen anytime soon. Lucario is annoying to deal with. We just have to be careful with benching or getting a stadium up. I feel like my DCE should be safe. I feel like my DC is probably safe on the Rockruff. My opponent would need, which he's also dead drawing. My opponent would need Floatstone, Regirock, Buzzwole, Strong. That's 4 cards. And if he had any of those, he would have played them the turn before. Ooh, we're gonna see a Sycamore, so he might get them, I guess. Oh boy. 2 Elixirs, Guzman, Lycanroc discard for my opponent. There's the Floatstone. No way, no way. No way. Buzzwole. Regirock Strong. Max Elixir. That's fine. That's not as strong. Regirock Strong. The last 2 cards are Regirock Strong. No, they are not. Okay, good. We do see a Jet Punch. That's fine. We get this. I probably shouldn't have discarded the Ultra Ball, honestly. I'll attach. I'm definitely committed at this point, so I'm gonna Abyssal Hand. Should not have discarded that Ultra Ball though. Okay, we get another Ultra Ball, thankfully. Thankfully. I will do this. So no ending from us to our opponent. I could have got the other Lycanroc, but this one seems better. So do I knock out the Remoraid? Probably not. Like the only threat here is Buzzwole, right? So I'll just Claw Slash. DCs are so good with Lycanroc, so good. Okay, there's the Octillery, there's a Choice Band, that's fine. That was a top deck though. My opponent top decked the Octillery. My opponent 100% top decked the Octillery. No reason not to evolve into Octillery unless he didn't have it. So that was a great top deck for him. We're gonna see another Buzzwole. Yeah, but he's already used up 3 Elixirs, which is nice. And we're gonna see a Sycamore. Hopefully he doesn't get that last Elixir. And Lucario does have a chance at knocking out the Buzzwole in 1 hit, which is cool. The DCE to the Lucario doesn't make much sense, honestly. So I'll Abyssal Hand here. Okay. Now we are in a little bit of trouble, I guess. I don't want to evolve. I guess I'll attach a DCE. And then I will Claw Slash. So we're gonna lose the Octillery. I'm sure my opponent will make sure that he'll make sure that he doesn't bench anything else. If he benches 1 more Pokemon, we have a 100% knockout with Dangerous Rogue. But in order for him to knock out my Lycanroc, he's dealing 30, 50, 70. He needs another Strong, a Choice Band, and a Regirock. He needs those 3 cards. Or he can just hit the Elixir. That works. That also works. But the end, if he chooses to Absorption, that means he doesn't get knockout. Nice end to 4. Could I... En Expanded no hay Night March? Sí hay, pero hay mucho menos. Oh wow, my opponent chose to Knuckle Impact. Interesting. Interesting, okay. En estándar, porque Night March no se puede jugar en estándar. Oof, my opponent has such a big hand. But can I really afford to whiff this turn? I don't think so. I can't believe he got his last Elixir. I mean, he must have Guzma, right? Well, if he has Guzma, that's fine, because then the Lucario survives. Yeah, I had to Sycamore here. I couldn't afford to whiff. No way I'm hitting for knockout here. But I will deal as much damage as I can. The floatstone, maybe unnecessarily attached there. But we'll just Aura Strike now. And in case Lucario goes down, we have the other Lucario. But I feel like this Lucario should be able to survive here. Oricorio is very annoying though. Oricorio is very, very annoying to deal with. If he retreats and attacks with Oricorio, then we Kuzma hunt down the puzzle with the other Lucario. That's 2 prices down. There's another puzzle. And then we can Tankerous GX. Ooh, there's a Kuzma. Oh boy. That's okay, because he's trying to conserve this puzzle, which I am totally okay with. We do lose the Octillery, which is obviously a bit of an inconvenience. That's perfectly fine. So if it's perfectly fine, then it's not an inconvenience, right? I'll just Kuzma. Now there's only Energy Switch that my opponent can do now. Only Energy Switch helps him in this situation. I'll evolve to protect the Riolu. No reason to unnecessarily lose it. And I'll Floatstone so he can stall me. And then I'll Cyclone Kick. And then if he attacks into Lucario, we are fine. Now we're a Kuzma away from winning the match, essentially. Kuro, thank you so much for subscribing 4 months in a row. Thank you so much. Uno más, uno hacen 4. Gracias de nuevo por tu contenido. Muchas gracias, Kuro. Se te agradece muchísimo la suscripción. Thank you so much. Okay, there's an end down to 2. That's fine. You're gonna see an Abyssal Hand. Oh gosh, we are in trouble for sure. We are definitely in trouble here. We need to top deck Kuzma. Oh my, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? This makes no sense. Can my opponent get... Yeah, I guess he can. Yes, I guess he can. Choice Band Energy gets him... No, Strong Energy gets him to 10. Right? Yeah. Remoraid, just a little bit too late. Korai, podrías intentar intercambiar o todas las monedas que tengas en línea, los intercambias por sobres de Guardians Rising hasta que salga Tapulele. Oh boy. Okay. So my opponent, I have no idea what he's trying to do. Why wouldn't you go after this Lucario? I'm not understanding my opponent's plays. Ah, okay, he's gonna Absorption this turn. Fair enough. So we need Strong and Regirock. Ah, that's so close. That is so close, but that is game. That is game. Yep. That is absolutely game. We're dealing 160. The damage on the Lucario, I guess, made sense for to avoid Cantankerous Beatdown GX. And yeah, Cyclone Kick, not dealing enough, and now my opponent is able to Knuckle Impact this turn for the game. GG, man, GG. Okay, that was pretty intense. It looked like we were doing pretty well, but then we really weren't. We really weren't. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. I feel I still need to do a bit of stuff, so I'm gonna leave it here. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, it really helps out the channel. If you were watching on Twitch, thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys. It's been 2 hours. Probably tomorrow I'll be able to stream a lot more because I have very few coaching sessions tomorrow. Sorry, Alex, I'm not accepting challenges right now. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I appreciate it. And as always, I will see you guys over at YouTube if you guys want to catch up the videos. All the support is amazing, guys, and there's new hoodies coming out for Tablemon that I'll hopefully be able to show you guys soon. They look pretty cool. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for sure for more. I will see you guys tomorrow for sure for a longer stream, definitely, because I have very few coaching hours tomorrow. So I will see you guys for a much longer stream today. So if you have any ideas for decks, definitely let me know. Decks you'd like to see updated. We're due to make Zoroark Glacian, Zoroark Glacian, and then Bikapulu, and then Espion Garb as well. So we'll make sure to update those other decks, Ho, Guardy, all of those, to make sure that we have a very good library of decks for Brazil. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and James, sí sigue siendo viable Zoroark Lycanroc, definitivamente. Mañana hay video en el canal de eso, por si quieres verlo. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.